Welcome to G3 Investors. We trade ETFs using G3's systematic trading model to make money in any market and to always minimize our losses. Well, stocks logged their worst week since March 2020, the COVID correction. The Fed hiked interest rates by 75 basis points as expected on Wednesday after inflation was reported at an 8.6% annual rate last Friday. That's the highest rate in 41 years. So, how did we do? You can see that G3 is crushing the market. We've gained 79.6% year to date, 7.4% this month, and we are crushing our benchmark indices, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, as you can see here. If you're interested in becoming a patron, highlight the yellow thing in your browser and sign up. Just costs $20 a month. You can follow me on my YouTube channel there. So let's take a look at the market. All right, this is a weekly chart of the S&P 500, and you can see that the loss that we had here, 5.8% for the week, and the month is minus 11%. And this week, on the 13th, the S&P 500 joined the NASDAQ and the Russell in bear market territory. It's currently down 22.9% through June 17th. We trade the SPY, so let's look at the SPY, and you can see it looks almost exactly like the S&P 500 index. And from now on, I'm going to look at a 6-month chart. The blue line here is the 50-day. The red line is the 200-day moving average. And basically, the S&P 500 or the SPY looks exactly like the S&P 500. Next, I'd like to look at the NASDAQ 100, which is our trading for the NASDAQ Composite Index. And you can see that the NASDAQ slipped 4.8% for the week. It's down 10.6% for the month and 31% since the beginning of the year. So the NASDAQ is definitely in bear market territory. If we just took a quick look at the Dow Jones, I'd like to look at that on a longer term. The interesting thing here is the Dow actually dropped below 30,000 for the first time since January of 2021. Very, very interesting. Now, I always like to look at the strength in the market. And I can say that without a doubt, there isn't very much strength in the market. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. XLE is that's the energy sector. That's Exxon and Chevron and the big oil and gas companies. You can see that's getting weaker. So it's still above its 200-day, but now it's living below its 50-day moving average. So even the XLE, and the rest of it is all going to be commodities. USO, I think it's the oil and gas fund. That one's holding above its 50-day, so it's a little stronger than XLE. And then last but not least is UNG, which just broke below. Well, we've made money. We've made good money on these 3 ETFs, but all of the other ETFs that we follow, just to give you an example, there's Semiconductors, which we always make a lot of money on because it moves rapidly. But look at that chart. It's just an absolute mess. So where are we making our money? Well, we're making it on the short side. The short side trading is ruling this market absolutely. You can see it's quite volatile, So we day trade it. We do not trade it. Sometimes I might hold it overnight if the conditions are right, but it's rare that I do that at any time. I do want to show you an example of a trade that we made. This one was on Friday. That was in the SQQ. We bought when we had this crossover down here where the blue line, the blue solid line it's the 6 period is crossing over the red line, which is the 20 period. And so we bought at $65 a share there, and then we sold when this cross happened back here on this bar right here at 66.05. So we made buck five or 1.6% on that trade. Not a great trade, but you get what the market gives you. Last but not least, I want to take a look at the heat index for the week. This is the weekly heat index of the S&P 500, 1 week performance. And there is not very much green on the screen. There's Boeing over there and Federal Express. That's about it. And if we look at the monthly performance, looks the same. Year to date, doesn't look much better. There you can see the energy sector is the only one really in healthcare. It's the only one, a little bit of telecom services. We don't trade that, but and that's about it for this week. This is Greg Gallagher wishing you good trading and good luck.